There's a reason powerful people speak less than everyone else. It's not arrogance, it's strategy. Because every piece of information you give away becomes a weapon. Someone can use against you, even if they don't mean to. And most people never realize this until it's too late. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 things you should never tell anyone. Why people unconsciously weaponize your truth, and how strategic silence protects your future in ways you can't predict. Let's start with the brutal truth most people avoid. People judge you based on what you reveal, not who you are. You can be the most capable person in the room, but if you overshare your struggles, doubts, or plans, people will file you under weak, uncertain, or unserious. That's not fair, but it's reality. Your truth doesn't set you free. It gives people ammunition. And even the people who love you will use that ammunition, not out of malice, but out of human nature. So the question isn't, should I be open? It's, what should I keep private? Let me give you the 5 things. These are non-negotiable. Reveal any of these and you give people power over your future. First, your big plans before they're proven. This is the most common mistake. You have a goal. You're excited. You tell everyone, friends, family, co-workers. And the moment you do, the energy drains. Why? Because talking about your goals tricks your brain into thinking you've already achieved them. Psychologists call this social reality. When you announce a goal, your brain gets a dopamine hit from the social validation. You feel accomplished without doing the work, and that feeling kills your motivation to actually execute. But that's not the only problem. People also unconsciously sabotage your plans. Not because they're evil, but because your success threatens their comfort. If you're building something, they have to confront their own stagnation. So they plant doubt. Are you sure that's realistic? What if it doesn't work? Isn't that risky? They think they're helping. They're not. They're projecting their fear onto your ambition. Let me give you a story. A few years ago, I had a big plan. I was going to build a business. I told everyone. My friends were supportive. My family was skeptical. But the more I talked about it, the less I worked on it. I spent so much energy defending my plan that I had none left to execute it. The business never launched. A year later, I had another plan. This time, I told no one. I just worked. I built it in silence. And when it was done, I announced it. People were shocked. They didn't see it coming because I didn't give them a chance to doubt it. That's the power of silence. Your plans stay protected until they're proven. So here's the rule. Never reveal your big plans before they're proven. Work in silence. Let your results speak. Second, your financial situation. Whether you're broke or wealthy, never tell people the details. If you're broke, they'll pity you. And pity kills respect. If you're wealthy, they'll either resent you or try to take from you. Neither outcome benefits you. People's relationship with you changes the moment they know your financial status. If they know you're struggling, they'll treat you like you're less capable. If they know you're thriving, they'll either distance themselves out of jealousy or start asking for favors. Let me give you an example. I knew a guy who got a big bonus at work, he told his friends. Within a week, one friend asked to borrow money. Another suggested splitting bills unevenly because he could afford it. Another made passive-aggressive comments about how easy his life must be. His financial success became the lens through which everyone saw him, and it destroyed the dynamic. That's why you keep your financial situation private. Whether you're up or down, people don't need to know. Your money is your business, not theirs. Third, your good deeds. This one's counterintuitive because we're taught to share our wins. But here's the truth. When you announce your good deeds, people question your motive. Did you do it to help, or did you do it for validation? The moment you publicize kindness, it stops being kindness. It becomes performance. and people feel it. Let me show you what this looks like. I once helped a friend financially. He was going through a tough time. I didn't tell anyone. A few months later, he thanked me publicly. People asked me about it. I deflected, and here's what happened. The people who heard about it respected me more than if I'd announced it myself. Because I didn't seek credit, that restraint communicated something. I help because I care, not because I want recognition. That's the power of silent good deeds. They create respect without effort. So here's the rule. Do good in silence. Let others tell your story. Fourth, your personal struggles and insecurities. This is the hardest one because vulnerability is praised in modern culture. Be open. Share your struggles. Let people in. But here's the brutal reality. Most people don't know how to hold your vulnerability. They'll either use it to feel superior, or they'll lose respect for you. Because when you reveal your deepest insecurities, you hand people the map to your weaknesses. And even if they don't consciously use it against you, they'll see you differently. I'll give you an example. I used to overshare with friends. I'd talk about my doubts, my fears, my insecurities. And at first, they'd be supportive. But over time, I noticed something. They stopped asking for my opinion. They stopped seeing me as strong, because I'd revealed too much. I'd shattered the frame of competence. And once that frame breaks, it's almost impossible to rebuild. That's not to say you should never be vulnerable, but you need to be selective. Save your deepest struggles for people who've earned that trust. A therapist, a mentor, a partner who's proven they can hold it. But don't broadcast your insecurities to everyone, because most people aren't equipped to handle them responsibly. So here's the rule. Guard your vulnerabilities. Share selectively. Fifth, your next move. This is the most strategic one. Never tell people what you're about to do. Tell them after you've done it. Why? Because people will either try to stop you, copy you, or beat you to it. And none of those outcomes benefit you. I'll give you a story. I was planning to launch a project. I told a colleague about it. He seemed supportive. 2 weeks later, he launched a similar project and beat me to market. Did he steal my idea? Technically, no. But he took the concept and moved faster because he knew I was coming. That taught me a lesson. Your next move is your competitive advantage. The moment you reveal it, you lose that advantage. So here's the rule. Never reveal your next move. Move in silence. Let your actions announce your arrival. Now, let me tie this all together because this is where most people misunderstand the message. I'm not telling you to be secretive or paranoid. I'm telling you to be strategic. There's a difference between being open and being reckless with your truth. Openness has its place, but so does silence. And knowing when to use each is what separates people who control their narrative from people who let others write it for them. So here are the 5 things you never reveal. Your big plans before they're proven. Your financial situation, whether up or down. Your good deeds, let others announce them. Your personal struggles and insecurities, share selectively. Your next move, work in silence. Master this and you'll notice something. People start respecting you more. Not because you're hiding, but because you're no longer giving them power over your life. Silence isn't weakness, it's control. Like this video if you're ready to move smarter. And subscribe because next week, we're breaking down the psychology of why people betray you and how to see it coming. Let's go.